Welcome to a new class, and here we will be learning about changing mixed radical to entire radical and entire radical to mixed radical. So first of all, what exactly is a radical? A radicand, which is 7 in this case, and index, which is a square root. Say it's a cube root, so index will be 3, and this is called the root, like the third root or square root. So this here 3 root 7 is a mixed radical. So we will be changing it to entire radical. So what we are going to do is, we are going to see what the index is. Whenever we talk about square root, index is 2. So in this case, 3 will go inside with 7 and will become 3 square because it's a square root. And if we take square root of 3 square, it will again become a 3. So 3 square times 7 will become square root of 9 times 7, which is square root 63. So moving to next question, which is 2 times cube root of 5. Because the index here is 3, so 2 here will become 2 cube times 5. Even if we want to take cube root of 2 cube, it will become 2 3 by 3 again 2. So 2 cube root of 5 will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 5, which is 8 times 5. So the entire radical will be cube root of 40. Another question here is 5 times 4th root of 2. So 5 will go inside and will become 5 to the power of 4 times 2, because the index here is 4, and 5 to the power of 4 is 625 times 2, so it will be 4th root of 1250. Some questions only involve variables like x square and cube root of x to the power of 5. So x square will go with x to the power of 5. Because the index is 3, it will become x square to the power of 3 times x5. Here we will be using exponent law called power rule. So x squared to the power of 3 will become x to the power of 6, because 2 times 3 is 6. So here we will be using another exponent law called addition law. So x to the power of 6, x to the power of 5 have same base, so it will be x to the power of 6 plus 5, which is x to the power of 11. Hence x square cube root of x to the power of 5 will become cube root of x to the power of 11. There are another type of questions which involve the numbers and the variable outside, and also number and the variables as radicand. So the question here is 2 square k to the power of 3 cube root of 4k to the power of 7, which is a mixed radical, and we have to change it to entire radical. So 2 square k to the power of 3 will be going with 4k to the power of 7. So it will become 2 square whole cube, k cube whole cube, 4k to the power of 7, and we also see the index. Okay. So it will become cube root, will apply power rule, 2 to the power of 6, k to the power of 9, and 4 can be written down as 2 square k to the power of 7. And now what we are going to do is, we are going to use the addition law. So collect the same bases, which is 2. So 2 to the power of 6 plus 2, and k, which is k to the power of 9 plus 7. So it will become 2 to the power of 8 and k to the power of 16, and its cube root. So the final answer will be 2 to the power of 8, which is 256, and k is to the power of 16. So cube root of 256 times k 16. Now if the entire radical is given, we will be changing it to mixed radical. Say we have to find square root of 128 and change it to mixed radical. So first of all, we will be using here what we call prime factorization. So prime number examples are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So 128 will be divided by the smallest prime number, which is 2, because it's an even number. So it becomes 2 times 64. 64 changes to 2 times 32, and we will keep on going, and in the last we will have 2 times 2, which are both prime numbers. We can't go further. So if we see here, we have 7 2's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 128 can be written down in the expanded form as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. But say if there were 52's, so we will be writing it down in the power form, which is 2 to the power of 7. So square root of 128 will be 2 to the power of 7. Now because square root always involve index 2, we will be splitting it up into the addition form. So 2 to the power of 6 and 2 to the power of 1. 2 to the power of 6 goes outside and it will be divided by the index 2, which is 2 to the power of 6 by 2, and square root of 2 will be staying there. So it will become 2 cubed square root of 2, which is 8 square root of 2. Now let us say if there was a variable cube root of x to the power of 10. Now we will see the multiples of 3 which are closest to 10. It has to be lower than 10 because that's the one which is divisible by 3 based on this index. So it will be 9 x to the power of 9 and x to the power of 1. We are splitting it up into two parts. Now x to the power of 9 will be taken out and index is 3. So x to the power of 9 divided by 3, which is x cube and cube root of x. So this has been changed from entire radical to mixed radical. Now next type of question is which involves numbers and the variables, such as fifth root of 64 x to the power of 12 y to the power of 31. We will prime factorize 64, which changes to 2 to the power of 6. So it will be fifth root of 2 to the power of 6 x to the power of 12 y to the power of 31. We have to change all these powers closer to the multiple of 5 because index is 5. So 2 to the power of 6 changes to 2 to the power of 5 and 2 to the power of 1. X to the power of 12 changes to x to the power of 10 and x square. Y to the power of 31 changes to y to the power of 30 and y to the power of 1. If we see here 5, 10 and 30 are multiples of 5. Hence we will be taking out 2 to the power of 5, x to the power of 10, y to the power of 30. It's a good idea to underline these multiples. So it will be 2 to the power of 5 divided by 5, x to the power of 10 divided by 5, y to the power of 30 divided by 5, and fifth root of 2 to the power of 1 x square y will stay as it is. So the final answer will be 2 to the power of 1 x square y to the power of 6 and fifth root of 2x square y. I hope this small class clears your doubt related to mixed radicals and entire radicals. Thank you.